Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Licensing Committee today. My name is Councillor James Gibson, and I'm Chair of the Licensing Committee. I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome all of our new members to the committee this morning. We've got Councillor Seary, Councillor Carlisle, Councillor Holroyd-Case, Councillor Ali, and Councillor Hinchcliffe. And I'd also like to welcome back all the members that were with us last year as well. Just to remind our new members that we are live streaming this meeting today, so it will be available for the public to view. And I shall go around now and ask members to introduce themselves, please. So if we can start with you, Councillor Hinchcliffe, please.
Thanks, Chair. Councillor Hinchcliffe, Bramley and Stanley Ward.
Councillor Holroyd-Case, Ardsley and Robin Hood Ward.
Hello everyone, good morning. Councillor Sharon Hamilton, Meanwood and Moortown Ward.
Good morning everybody. Councillor Asghar Ali for Gipton and Hare Hills.
Morning, Isaac Wilson, Councillor for Wheatwood Ward.
Luke Farley, Labour Councillor for Bermondsey and Richmond Hill.
Hello everyone, I'm Lisa Martin, Councillor for Round Haywood.
Morning, Councillor Ed Carlisle for Hunslet and Riverside.
Councillor Dawn Seary, Pudsey Ward.
Councillor Hutchison, Morley North. Thanks to whoever brought the biscuits in.
Councillor Rick Downs, Otley and Yeadon Ward.
Now we'll go around and ask officers to introduce themselves. If we start with you, please, Rob.
Robert Brown, Legal Services.
Jason Singh, I'm the head of Regulatory and City Centre Services.
Vanessa Jacobs, Licensing and Finance Manager within the taxi and the private hire licensing.
Phil Arnett at Quality and Standards Manager at Taxi and Private Hire Licensing.
Good morning, everyone. John Mulcahy, Chief Officer, Elections and Regulatory. Both licensing sections come within my remit.
Morning, Nicola Raper, Entertainment Licensing.
Morning, I'm Helen Gray. I'm the clerk for the committee.
Come on, Billy, come and introduce yourself.
Right, good morning everybody. Billy Flynn, Councillor for Adlam Wharfdale.
Helen now to introduce the first few items on the agenda.
Thank you, Chair. Under agenda item 1, there are no appeals against refusal of inspection documents. Under agenda item 2, there are no items which require, no items that require the exclusion of the press and public. Under item 3, there are no late items, but this morning members will find in front of them a revised appendix 2 to agenda item 7, the annual governance arrangements, where following annual council, we were able to populate the suggested subcommittee membership. So they're there for members' consideration and agreement this morning. Item 4, could I ask members to declare any interests that they may have? I can't see any, thank you. Apologies for absence. Item 5, Councillor Buckley indicated that he had another committee meeting this morning, so he sent his apologies. Thank you.
Right then, members, minutes of the previous meeting held on the 14th of March. Do members accept these minutes as a true and accurate record? If you could indicate, please. Yes, it's all nodding, so we'll accept them, and we shall move on to agenda item number 7, Licensing Committee Annual Governance Arrangements. I'll invite Rob now from Legal Services to present the report.
Thank you, Chair. This is should be quite quick. It's a necessary formality for you to appoint licensing subcommittees, approve their terms of reference, and to approve the officer delegation scheme. No changes have been made to the current terms of reference for either the licensing committee or the subcommittee, or indeed to the officer delegations. So assuming you've all read the papers, I'll hand back to the chair.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's read all the papers thoroughly. Do you have any questions off the back of that? No? Okay, we'll move on to ask members if you are supportive of the report and the recommendations, which are on page 11 of the agenda pack. I presume that everybody's read that, so I won't go through them. Are we happy to accept the recommendations? Yeah, smashing. Thank you very much. We shall move on now to agenda item number 8, licensing procedure rules, the code of practice for determining licensing matters and prescribed licensing training. I'll invite Rob again to introduce this.
Thank you, Chair. Again, it's a necessary formality for the rules of procedure to be renewed, and also for the code of practice for determining licensing matters to be taken into account and to be agreed. You will, of course, all be bound by those when you're making your decisions on the licensing committee, and if you're happy with them, they'll also be circulated to all elected members, I understand. Thank you.
Councillor Hutchinson, you have a question?
Not so much a question, more a comment. Obviously, we've only got 2 agenda items, so I'm not quite sure where my comment would best fit, but probably here anyway. And I think it's just something around that I raised a couple of times last year to yourself, also to the Chief Whip, around members' responsibilities with regards to the attendance of subgroup meetings, late arrivals, early leaving, other arrangements that they may have that then means that we can't proceed with subgroup meetings, which then impacts on applicants if they've got barristers, legal representation, the costs and stuff like that associated with that. And we had certainly 2 occasions last year where we had the same councillor leave early twice, which meant that one had to be adjourned for a second date, which would have meant that the legal counsel would have cost twice as much for the applicant. I think it's just a case of highlighting to members that when you're on the licensing committee and subcommittee, there's a responsibility to be there at the meetings, I guess is what I'm getting to.
Thank you for your comments, and they are noted, and I'll pass them on as well to the relevant whips. Thank you. Just to note as well, if anybody does want to have a conversation with me about their allocation on the subcommittee groups, then please do at the end rather than in this meeting. And we shall move on now to agenda item number 9, which is, well, actually, sorry, I forgot to ask, does anybody have any questions about Rob's report other than? No, is everybody happy with that? Is everybody happy to accept the recommendations made on page 31 and 32 of the agenda pack? Can we all indicate that we're happy with it, please? Yeah. In which case I will move on now to agenda item number 9, which is the date and time of the next committee meeting, which is Tuesday, the 27th of June at 10 o'clock here at Civic Hall. And that concludes today's business. Thank you all very much. And for those that are doing the training, can I just remind you that we're going to go through the taxi and private hire training in great detail. Thank you.